Hey guys, it's me again. Today I wanted to make a video about my tarot cards of my Pagan Cats deck. What I'm going to show you today is I'm just going to do kind of a quick flip through, talk about my general feelings about the deck, and if I would recommend it to anybody else. So I guess let's get started with it. This is the deck, that's the back of it, what it looks like. And then I have just a little book for it. We'll read a description out of this so that you can kind of hear what it sounds like. The way that I feel about the book is I kind of like it. I think what I'm actually thinking about doing is buying an actual book for tarot meanings, because I'm just not really, I guess, very happy with these really small books. They give you a general idea kind of about the card, but sometimes, especially, you know, just sometimes in this book even, it gives just like a really short answer and you're just like, okay. And it makes sense, you know, you can make sense of it, but there's so many other things that these tarot cards mean that isn't really touched on in this book. So I think it's important to get kind of the full picture of what the tarot cards mean, and I mean, some of the descriptions in this book are better than others, I guess, is the best way to describe it. So, let's go ahead and do the flip through of the actual cards now. You can tell these cards are really pretty small. With how they fit in my hand is about like this, and they're just easy to shuffle. They're pretty, they tell a story. You can read the description and look at this and see how it really does connect. the cards. So, as you can tell, the artwork on them is really, really nice. I really do enjoy the artwork on them. They're really pretty artwork. The cats are nicely drawn and everything like that, so I really enjoy the artwork on them. And again, they tell that story. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw a random card out. Knight of Swords, I guess. Someone who acts decisively when dealing with ideas, systems, and communication. So that's it. That's all the description that it gives you in this book, which can be a little bit confusing. It doesn't give you a whole lot of detail about what that actual card means, a whole lot. It just says someone. So it's a little confusing on that for me. Let me see if I can find a little bit better one that makes more sense. So 10 of Wands is carrying a large burden or many burdens. So it kind of makes sense. Again, yeah, it makes a little bit of sense. But there's not a lot of detail to it. It's just like, most of the time it's just like a word or a very small sentence. Which I kind of liked this at first, but now I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I'd like a little bit more detail, I guess. And then 9 of Swords is just accomplishment, a one-word kind of thing. So like I said, it's a little too vague for me sometimes. There are some better descriptions in there. Like the world, I think the world is a better one. The world, it gives more of a description. It says, the successful achievement of a goal, doing what you set out to do, feeling pride and enjoying rewards, feeling all is right with the world. So, I mean, there are some that give a bit more description of a story, and I like those cards more than I like the ones that are, you know, just kind of vague, like these a little bit. Overall, though, would I recommend the deck to somebody else? Yes, I definitely would. I love the deck myself. You can always go out and buy different cards, like books and stuff, if you don't like the descriptions of it. Just like I'm considering doing, just buying an actual tarot book for it. So I might do that for the actual descriptions, or like I've done before, if you want to make your own book and you want to print out a bunch of pages off the internet of the meanings, you can do that too. Or just look it up on your phone every time. I don't want to read it on my phone and have to click on a bunch of websites every time I do a card reading. I'd rather have a physical book to just flip to the pages, but that's up to you if you want to do it. Overall, though, I really do like the deck because of the size, because the cards themselves really do actually tell you a story. Like this one, carrying a heavy burden or many burdens. Like, obviously, he's carrying a bunch of sticks on his back, so it means, you know, quite a bit. He's carrying a lot for that little cat. But he's just going along his trail and doing his thing, and, you know, going home or whatever he's doing, exploring, and still, you know, enjoying himself. So, it tells a story. It does. It does. And maybe he's a little bit burdened, but he's still carrying on his path. And, you know, it's things like that that I do really like the artwork of them. So, they do tell a story even if the book isn't always the most descriptive. So, you can always work around that too. For the most part, I like the book. It gives enough of a description that it can make sense to you. But I personally would like a little bit more at this point. But either way, I still really do enjoy the deck. It's a very nice deck, and the descriptions are better than just the choppy words of things like accomplishment, success. You know, some of the tarot cards are like that only give you just like one words that are a bunch of words. So this is a little bit more of a story, and I do like that. But other than that, I give it a 5 stars, and if you want to get it, go ahead and go for it. I truthfully do not know how much this deck costs, just because my sister actually was the one who purchased it for me, but it's probably not too much. I've had it for a couple of years, probably, oh shoot, probably, it's been more than 6 years that I've had this deck now, I imagine. So, it's been a while. But yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you liked this video. Have a great rest of the day.